seems like every week I speak with someone who tells me that data and tech jobs are in danger because of AI. I mean, you've probably seen the headlines too, the Forbes one. But it seems to me like most of the opinions that dominate this conversation are from people who are, well, not in data or tech. And as someone working in data, boots on the ground, I have a very different opinion. I'm going to share about that in today's video, including where AI actually fits into data analysts' work and how data analyst roles are evolving. Let's get into it. By the way, I just had hernia surgery exactly 7 days ago from recording this video. I had 3 hernias repaired, which was brutal. My stomach is in shreds. Yeah, recovery has been painful, but I'm hanging in there. Thanks to everyone for the well wishes. Much appreciated and love you all. So let's start off with my first point, which is, will AI replace data analysts? That's the question on everyone's mind, at least everyone in the data space. And if you're watching this video, you're probably in the data field or a data adjacent field. So let's talk about why this fear is valid. I mean, AI is everywhere, and it seems like every tool has some sort of AI integration now. So it's completely unavoidable. Whether or not there's some sort of AI bubble, I don't know, but for right now, AI is everywhere. AI has become very good at coding. It's becoming more accurate, faster, better. Some of the mistakes that it used to make, it's not flawless, but it's getting much better at writing any kind of code, using any kind of coding language, and I use it quite often for that. And of course, like I mentioned at the start of this video, a lot of people are talking about layoffs due to AI. So we have AI is everywhere, AI is really good at coding, and everyone's talking about AI. And I want to say this real quick in response to the layoffs. Now, that's not exactly the topic we're exploring in this video, but I don't think that many of those claims can be fully substantiated. So while there have been a lot of claims that tens of thousands of jobs are being eliminated strictly because of AI, again, being boots in the ground in the field, I don't see that. And when I've done the research, a lot of what I've seen is that these layoffs in tech are due to the reasons there's always layoffs in tech. It's over hiring, budget issues, stakeholder obligations, whatever, but people who are over hiring, propping up their business too much, and then whoopsie, now we gotta let some people go because our business is becoming too top heavy. And that tends to always be the narrative with tech. What I will say is that AI has begun to eat away at the edges of like really manual types of jobs. So like one example is like data entry roles. This is technically like categorized under like data analyst type work, but I would say it's not the same. Data entry, it's not technical, like you're just entering data, right? It's super repetitive, it's super low skill. And while it's technically like claimed as a data role and some of those are being removed, that's not a true data analyst role. So I don't really feel like it counts at all. At the end of the day, most technical work is still too complex and too contextual for AI to handle single-handedly, essentially. There still is a huge need for human intervention. And that brings me to my next point. Where does AI actually fit into analyst work? Okay, so let's talk about this. And some of the ways that I've personally seen AI be a huge help and a very relevant help for myself and peers in my field is things like problem solving, figuring out logic, syntax, and like straight up coding, right? You don't want to be like 100% dependent on AI for your code, but it does it really well. So that's like a huge way that most analysts are using AI right now. Now, there's definitely more complicated ways that AI is being utilized. At the end of the day, a lot of the automation in AI is really machine learning that has just been rebranded as AI. So this has kind of always been a thing, but it sort of has new branding now. Now let's talk about some pitfalls with AI when it comes to analytics. So big thing is AI, it lacks context, right? It lacks the business understanding, and it's often pretty separated from the data as well. So this is where the human intervention is still really important. So the AI like only knows so much, and even if it can give us a really solid answer on something, it's still up to us as humans to kind of make the judgment on whether that makes sense or it's something to take action on or it's something we want to implement, right? Like there's still a lot of decision making for humans. And we're gonna get to that point more in a bit. But AI does work really great as a teammate, and it's becoming indispensable in many ways. And one tool that I've seen does this very well is the sponsor of today's video, Count. Count is an AI-powered canvas. It's AI that actually shows its work. It plugs into your database or your CSV, whatever kind of data set you're using, so you can directly plug into your database and you can interact with the AI agent to ask questions, explore your data, and it does more than just help you code or give you outputs. It shows you its work. It materializes what it's doing on the canvas. It can provide executive summaries. It can provide charts. You can collaborate with other teammates on the canvas, and you can see all of your work in one space. So rather than being siloed like most AI tools where, like a ChatGPT where you're just interfacing in like kind of a, chat interface and it's separate from your work, Count actually has all of your work in one spot. So you can put together documentation, visuals, your code, your presentation summaries, your notes, all in one spot. You don't have to hop to different tools. You got it all there, and you can collaborate with team members in that same space. So this is one thing I really like about Count, is it bridges a lot of those gaps between different tools. So you think about like a Miro canvas or something like that. That's what this is, but as like an AI analyst coworker. It's super awesome. It is one of the most collaborative AI analytics tools that I've seen. It's super helpful in that it's built for coding, but it shows you its work in great detail and can provide a lot of the aspects of what you might need to provide as an analyst in ways that other tools don't. So I got a link for Count in the description of the video. Check it out. Let me know what you think, and back to the video. All right, so now let's talk about how analyst roles are shifting. So like I mentioned before, analyst roles are shifting closer to something that is like more of like decision makers and problem solvers rather than like strict coders. And I'd say when it comes to like self-serve analytics, built in something like Power BI or Tableau, there's still a lot of manual work in that. There's definitely AI workflows you can work into that. We're not gonna get into that in today's video, but in general, it lowers the barrier for entry in a way where you don't have to be like a total expert at a specific coding language, but rather more of the human elements are being valued in analysts because coding has become a little bit easier. And what I mean by easier is like that barrier to entry, right? Like you can depend on AI to an extent to figure out pieces of your code. But of course, a fundamental understanding of these tools you absolutely still need. You shouldn't be trying to get into these roles without any kind of working knowledge of these languages, and you should still strive to excel at them. So analysts, they still provide judgment. AI can give us results, but it's up to humans to interpret those results. It's still up to us to decide whether that makes sense, whether the outputs are actionable, and whether it should be trusted. And judgment comes from experience and context. That's something that AI doesn't have. Now, AI is getting better at folding into, or sitting on top of rather, the semantic layer of, like a data architecture. So it is getting better with context, but the business understanding piece is still so crucial, and it's still up to humans to make decisions. So that's where, like I mentioned, like analysts are kind of becoming like these organizers, facilitators. They're still technical, but those human elements are shining more and more. So I don't think AI is taking away from data jobs at all. It is simply changing the way that we work, and in many ways, this is super positive. But what do you think? Do you agree with anything I've said today? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Is AI really gonna take our jobs? Do you think I'm on to something here? I hope this was helpful. Again, this is my interpretation from my experience in the field, the research that I've done, people I've spoken to, the peers that I have. So I feel like it's a fairly solid judgment, but I'm not infallible. I could be wrong. I would love to hear your take. Thanks again for watching today's video. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.